Well, the reason why I created the song My Purpose was actually for a very simple reason. I was like, if people come across one of my social pages, how are they instantly gonna know who I am and what I stand for? Then I was like, the best thing I can do is create a song which explains that. And I've done that in the past, but I felt like that song was a little dated and I wanted a new version of it simply because my skills evolved much more now, and I wanted to put the song in kind of a new. I mean, the idea of me explaining who I am, I wanted to put that in a new jacket, kind of. Well, you see, when I create a song, I want the listener to actually feel what I'm saying rather than just listening to a song. I want that person to be able to visualize what I mean as well as listening to the words I'm saying. And that also goes hand in hand with the fact that if I am not personal towards my audience and if I don't tell them who I am and what I go through, then how can they connect with me if they have no idea who I am? That is the main reason why I tend to be personal with my songs, because I want people to connect with me, and also show people that everybody goes through struggles, and we just don't see that too often anymore, because social media is all about positivity, showing and showing everybody how great your life is, rather than just post inspirational stuff and tell people to keep chasing their dreams, or tell people that they can get through it if they just hold on. I miss that kind of thing, and that is why I always want to be personal with my songs, because I feel like there are artists that do that, but not enough, and that is why I want it. Well, that was actually pretty funny. I mean, I just posted a post on my personal Facebook, and I was like, "Yo, who can help me shoot a video for this track that I've done called My Purpose?" And the first time I tried it, not many responded. That there was like one person that tagged somebody else in the hopes that they might contact me, but that didn't happen. And then a few weeks later, I tried it a second time, and somebody who I knew from way back replied, and he said like, "Yeah, I can help you." So then I was like, okay, we finally got somebody that can shoot the video. And then I was like, oh man, that also means that I have to go outside, because I wrote a little script for the music video. It wasn't a really thorough script. It was just some ideas that I had, and I just put these on paper and I showed it to the guy that was filming the video. And so we went outside and we had to film there. Now, if you follow me for a while, I'm pretty anxious when I'm outside. So that was like, yeah, that was like really a challenge. And I'm not super anxious when I'm with other people, but when I did get anxious, actually, it might be a funny story to tell. We were shooting a scene, and yeah, I was rapping the three verses, and there were like people waiting to pass, because they were like on bicycles and they were walking by, but they didn't want to get into the shot. So they just waited until I was done. But that in turn meant that they heard every line and every bar that I spit. And then I was like, I saw that these people were waiting from the corner of my eye. And then I was like, oh shit, so that means that they hear everything that I'm doing. I continued on, but at these moments, that then I feel really anxious. But other than that, it was a really cool experience. And in the end, the cameraman even edited the video, so I didn't have to do it, and he did a very good job. And besides it being a pleasant collaboration, it also was good practice for me to rap outside, be outside. So it actually was a win-win situation. As a child, it was just that you know how it goes with schools, right? Like there are a lot of children, everybody like talking to each other, everybody like being hyped up, walking in the hallways, and there are these big groups of children like being together, and then we had lunch break and everybody was going outside, and like it's not like I never participated in it, not that I never did it. That was the problem. I always had a lot of thoughts in my mind, and I was constantly thinking about stuff, whether it was just something simple or something that had to do with life or what I wanted to do in the future, or something that I saw on the news or on the internet. I was just always thinking about stuff, and I always was looking for reasons and why people do certain things, and I tried to learn about people, learn about how the world works. I had not many people to talk to, so then I was like, okay, but what can I do then? Because like I didn't have a proper way to vent, because I also didn't talk a lot to my family about these issues, because I didn't want to, and it didn't feel right. So then the question becomes like, what are you gonna do to like vent these things? I discovered rap actually through my brother, because he gave me a cassette tape with a lot of rap music on it, and that super inspired me to like, oh wait, so you can use words to like explain how you feel over a musical piece. That is really awesome. And from that moment I was like, maybe I can put my thoughts into music. Maybe that's something for me, because music, I have a feeling that it will help me and understand me. There's a lot of ideas being worked on, and it's really cool. But due to my condition that I have right now, sometimes it's a little hard to actually focus and do things constructively. It's just when you can focus and say, okay, then we do this, and then we do that, and then we do that, then you have a pattern that you can work in. But since I'm not feeling too well right now, it's kind of hard to work in a pattern sometimes. Sometimes I just get distracted, and then I start to do other things. So I really have to like dose the energy that I have, and use it wisely. So that means that there are a lot of drafts and a lot of verses are written, but I don't know if if everything that I write or everything that I record is going to be released eventually. But what I do know, and that's where I want to get to, in May there is a new track coming out, which is called Look Inside My Mind #2, and that song is a little different from this one. That one is a little bit more personal, in the sense that I really dive into my feelings and what all this does to me, in terms of what the condition does to me, what my surroundings and my events do to me and my brain, and how I feel about it. So that is another personal song, but on a whole different level. So definitely stay on the lookout for that. Today, what we find is pain in the mind of Yordi. Brain opens up, such substance, detail on how he fails. Maybe now you allow yourself to understand. He's no ordinary man, darkness all he knew. Walk a mile in his shoes. Return, look in his face. Ask yourself, would you want to switch blades?